This is Dancing with the Docs. Welcome to week 9. Tomorrow night is the big Black Tie Gala event at Canyon Lodge. We look forward to seeing all of you out there. A special thanks goes to Mammoth Mountain Ski Area. Putting together an event the size of Dancing with the Docs is no easy task. The planning team and Mammoth Hospital's Lori Ciccarelli, in particular, have worked tirelessly on creating a truly remarkable event. We thank everyone that's been involved in making this event a reality. A special thanks to those in our community that have supported this event through ticket sales and sponsorships. Okay, in the past 9 weeks, we have come to know a new group of docs and local celebrities. They have been gracious enough to volunteer their time and talent to help raise money for Mammoth Hospital. Let's take a look at the celebrities on this year's Dancing with the Docs. But one snowboarder in particular is transitioning from the snow to the dance studio. That's right, professional snowboarder Gabe Taylor has joined this year's cast of Dancing with the Docs. Gabe is a longtime professional snowboarder that's been in the Mammoth Mountain area and can be seen in countless photo shoots and videos throughout the year. Gabe's a talented snowboarder that focuses on the backcountry and loves to ride the powder.
My name's Chris Benjetler, and I've been in the Mammoth area my whole life. My parents came here in the 70s, and I grew up between Mammoth and Bishop, and I fortunately get to ski for a living. I grew up skiing on all the teams here and then kind of transitioned into the park, and now I've solely focused on backcountry and working with different production companies and filming video parts.
I was born and raised in Mammoth, and I grew up here. I went to high school here. I spent the majority of my life here, and my family's still here. My grandfather's been bringing my father here since he was a young boy, so Mammoth it's my home. I was on this TV show Survivor, and I lived in the jungles of Africa for a couple months, and now I just spend my time personal training and teaching yoga down in LA. So I did attend the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in Hollywood, California, where I learned the Charleston, the waltz, ballet. I'm a physical guy. My whole life has been physical, so I'm excited to learn a new skill, especially dance. I love watching dance, and I'm excited to learn.
I'm Jason Crockett. Lori called me a couple weeks ago about getting involved with Dancing with the Docs. Lori also knows me from a movie that I recently directed. And I started a Eastern Sierra Community Film Project. It's a Mark Twain short story that we adapted into a short film, and we hope to be competing in some film festivals here soon. Hopefully Sundance and some international film festivals, and we'll see where that goes. And actually, Lori was one of our extras in the movie when we shot it. She's the beautiful woman in the blue dress that kind of walks by in the background a few times.
I hope you never get a job.
Unemployment does have its advantages.
Especially with the trust fund.
Hey, I only told you about that.
So that I would know you were a catch.
Okay, so yes, Lori has been trying to get me to give a little tape. One thing is on videotape. This is how long ago this was, but it's for a good cause. And I did show a couple of my friends here when a friend of mine who was on the soap opera with me was visiting. It's the only time I've ever taken out for people. So now I'm just giving you guys a bag, you can figure out something. Anyway, yeah, it just beware, my hair is so big, literally.
Oh, now that I want to see.
Literally, it
That's
makes
fantastic.
his look like, I would be my
What
hair.
year are we talking
If we
about
were
now? I
sitting
can't help
here,
but
my
ask that
hair would be
question.
knocking his face. We would have to be spread over this wide because, it was the 97.
Oh, 97.
But it was Friends days when Jennifer Aniston was there was still a lot, and I just had a lot. I have a lot of hair. If you see me back east, my hair is Mongo. Anyway, so you won't be able to notice anything except for my hair, really. It's just insane.
I've been dancing my whole life as well, and it started in the living room when I was 3. And my love for musical theater just blossomed from there. So I was, the typical schooled dancer, as Sabrina is, in many classes. And then I wanted it to be my living, and eventually gave up that idea. But I've always kept it as my hobby. And some semi-professional, some professional. But as my body gets older, I still have the mind of a young dancer. So hopefully I don't get hurt. And if I do, he's there to help me.
There you go.
Over at Mammoth Hospital, the new kid on the block, Dr. Fru Bahirai, has been convinced to join the new crew for Dancing with the Docs. While Dr. Fru has only been in Mammoth for 7 months, he's quickly gained the reputation for being both a skilled surgeon and a staff favorite.
3 words to describe Dr. Bahirai. I would say that he is extremely talented. He loves 80s rock bands, and he rides motorcycles.
Dr. Fru is amazing. He is an amazing individual as well as a physician. And if he brings across on that dance floor what he does in surgery, that absolute ease and perfection, it's going to be an amazing night at Dancing with the Docs.
I'm a physician assistant and I work in family med and orthopedics, and I'm kind of the clinical lead on our new electronic health record. My parents have been here for 30-something years. But yeah, I grew up here. I finished high school in Bishop and then went to Santa Barbara and actually came back and worked at the hospital for a while before deciding to go to PA school.
What's your dance experience?
I was supposed to be a gymnast, not a PA, but we didn't have that in Mammoth when I was growing up.
I am a pediatric dentist. It's been 7 years.
Okay, that you've been with the hospital?
Yeah. May was 7 years since the very first time, and I started coming regularly more like a few months after that.
He's very, very light-footed, and he's got a great sense of humor. And oh, did I mention he's a great singer?
3 words to describe Dr. Bishop would be: he's adventurous, he's very funny, and he has beautiful, lovely locks.
Watch. Good. Let me do it with me. 1, 2, 3, together, and 1,
In my past life, 10 years ago, I traveled the world actually in a dance troupe. Sometimes we were back dancers to singers, sometimes it was a cabaret kind of style bar, and sometimes even in raves in London I did dancing. So all kinds of different styles all around the world, but not for a while, so I've got to dust off the cobwebs and see how I can do this time.
My experience with dance is I started dancing actually really late. I was 12, and to become a professional dancer, there it is, a little late, but I had incredible teachers, and I started at New York City Ballet's Balanchine School in New York City, and was a very serious ballerina, and danced every day, several hours after school until I finished high school, and then I decided I couldn't be really fully expressed on point as a ballerina, so I sold myself out to commerciality and became a jazz dancer, and that was the time in the 80s when it was the most popular, and I was in a couple of companies, and then moved to Norway and 2 dance studios in Norway and a dance company. Came back to Los Angeles at the end of the 80s and retired, did a few things for television. And ever since then have been teaching, this was in Los Angeles, all over Los Angeles. I taught classes of all types, and then eventually taught a little bit up in Mammoth as well.
Dancing in the Docks in 2012 was a fabulous experience. Partnered with Kathy Copeland. We worked hard. We did a lot of fancy maneuvers. We had a lot of fun, and lo and behold, we raised a tremendous amount of money for a cause that's dear to my heart, the cancer patients of the community. And we were able to fund chemotherapy delivery system. It was a great event, very community-oriented, patient benefit, and it brought people together. There were like, what, 200 people attending the dinner, a waiting line, got to go on Do Celebrity Status, got an award for winning. It was a blast. People laughed, they drank, they danced. There was comedy, there was great dancing, there was judging. It's been exciting. It was an exciting event. I'm looking forward to it. Believe it or not, because of my status, they want me to come back as a judge.